Susan, you're as outraged as I am, right?
Oh, this is sick. Here's what's happening. Men are flocking to the defense of men who kill women, and by doing so, they are enabling these men to continue to kill them. It is a culture of enabling. Men who batter women blame the women. Hey, it's your fault you got me so mad. What'd you expect? And O'Reilly's saying the same thing. You were with him. What did you think was going to happen to you? It is insane.
John, this is not the time to be lecturing people about what they should and shouldn't be doing, using dead crime victims as the examples.
Dan, that's not what Bill O'Reilly is saying, and a lot of people agree with Bill O'Reilly. What he's saying is with these women, there were warning signs there. They were involved with dangerous, chaotic men.
And now that they're dead, they should have seen it coming. They had it coming to them, right?
It's their own fault.
They should have protected their children. It's the same way you would not put your child in a car with a drunk driver.
Why is it okay to call a man who is so dangerous to be expected to kill without putting him in a cage, taking him out? Why is it her fault? Why aren't we talking about his behavior? Why are we talking about hers for staying?
Susan, because these women made choices, and they had choices, and that's why people...
Let him finish.
He speaks out. He speaks out, Susan. Both of these women, Jesse Davis, made poor choices. This guy, Bobby Cutts, was on a downward spiral.
You're doing it too, John.
Well,
John, you're doing it too.
After another.
I don't want to hear about Jesse Davis's bad choices.
She should have protected that young child.
She is dead, okay? She is dead today through no fault of her own. And anytime you start this, I'm not blaming her, but, which is what you and Bill O'Reilly are doing, it is an absolute outrage.
Dan, people agree. These women made poor choices with the men they are associated with. What kind of mother would stand by and watch her 7-year-old son get injected by steroids? Not a good one.
It's not steroids. Look, I don't know what the heck was going on with these growth hormones.
Well,
they had a mentally retarded child. I don't know what the deal. He had some sort of disease. I'm not going to judge that yet. But the bottom line is, again, to suggest that the mother, that Chris Benoit's wife, who is dead tonight, is to blame.
Right.
Is an absolute outrage, and it is absolutely sexist as well.
Dan, you and Susan are suggesting that.
Wait a second. If this man Cutts is so dangerous, why is he an employed law enforcement officer? Why is he a policeman? Why is he on the force? If
he was a bad cop, Susan.
Just a minute, for her to be married to him, why is he allowed to wear a uniform to serve and protect the community?
Let me play one more piece of sound from O'Reilly.
Irresponsibility with women involved, and that's not what Bill O'Reilly said.
All right, let me play one more piece of sound from Bill O'Reilly. Here he is talking about Jesse Davis and the fact that she should have known Cutts was a bad guy.
All of this she knows. This Jesse Davis knows this, knows all of this, and has another baby with him. If you're going to live your life this way, you are going to get hurt. If you're going to do that, expect bad things to happen to you.
This Jesse Davis, expect bad things to happen to you. John, don't you think you should distance yourself from him on this one?
Dan, Bill O'Reilly, that's why he's striking a chord with people. Her number one priority should have been to protect that baby and protect the 2-year-old. And she's lucky that, she's dead, but the 2-year-old is alive. The 2-year-old could have been killed. Where these women are different, and where I disagree with Susan, is the fact that they have a priority and their number one responsibility
Susan
should be to
Filan,
protect
I'm going to ask you to do
children.
something tomorrow, Susan. I'm going to ask you to call up your former prosecutor, the victims' rights groups that you know of and that you worked with, and ask them to get involved here, because this is an outrage, and there should be some accountability here. Bill O'Reilly's always calling for accountability. It's time for some accountability on his part. I hope that you do that. Let me know how that goes. We'll see you a little bit later in the program.
Dan, you're my boss. You can be sure I'll do it.
John DePetro, thanks a lot for coming on and trying to